Hey, I finished Ghost of Tsushima a long while ago. When it was first released, I pre-ordered it, and it was just fantastic. I got the collector's edition. I absolutely loved the game. I platinumed it. I did as much as I could in the game. I literally completed all of it. It's one of my favorite games. I logged in like 40 plus hours. I still go into it. The multiplayer is fun. I absolutely adore it. And the time that it had come out, Last of Us Part 2 came out, and Last of Us Part 2 is very infamous in the gaming community. Either it's the game that ruined gaming and storylines and all this other bullshit, or it's the game that everybody adores that is a masterpiece. And I've never played it, so I never had any opinions on it. All I had was my opinion was that Ghost of Tsushima is fantastic, and I absolutely adore Ghost of Tsushima. And I started hating Last of Us Part 2 not because it was a bad game or because I didn't enjoy the game. It was because I was jealous that everybody was talking about Last of Us Part 2, doing analysis videos going past the surface level, or themes, or just talking about the game or reviewing it. Even if it was in a negative light or a positive light, it was getting more press than Ghost of Tsushima was. And it annoyed me because Ghost of Tsushima was delayed because of Last of Us Part 2. So that was the first time I hated it, was I was angry at Last of Us Part 2 for doing that. And then later on, I hated it because it was getting no press. It was, oh, we're going to do either a goof video showcasing the glitches, like Donkey, looking at you, Donkey, I love you. But it was also like, oh, we're going to do the surface layer reviews. IGN gives it a review, this guy gives it a review. Nobody talks about how amazing it is. But then you look up Last of Us Part 2 reviews, and it's like so many with differing opinions. Or you look up thesis on Last of Us Part 2, and there's a shitload of them, because it's a pretty in-depth game from all the videos I've seen on it, the analysis and stuff. I personally like Last of Us Part 2. I may get some hate from that, but we can all have opinions, and I think we can agree that whatever we like is worth praising because we like it. I think we should all be happy that we like something. I don't think that we should be angry at the other person for not liking that thing or liking something else or saying this is better, or that's better, or this is worse. It's like, why can't we all agree to just like games? Like, this is the same year that Animal Crossing and Doom Eternal came out on the same day, and the communities both wished each other luck and, like, loved each other. We got tons of memes from it. Two communities that were on completely different consoles, completely different age groups, completely different gameplay styles. Everything about it is completely different, and yet the communities were able to suck up their pride and like each other and comment on each other and just say, "Wow, I really hope that you like do really well. Like, good luck with your games. It looks fun." And we got tons of memes and shit, and it was so cool. In the same year that we got this surprising like unity, this beautiful brotherhood, basically, we get Ghost of Tsushima and Last of Us Part 2, and both communities hate each other or don't want to play the other's game. And it's stupid because of all communities, Ghost of Tsushima and Last of Us Part 2 should be friends because their games are very similar in style. They have a morally gray area, they have a very similar story structure, they have like an ending that will leave you haunted. It like Ghost of Tsushima left me thinking about it for so long. I cried several times, 3 times throughout the whole game. The whole story on it and everything is just such a masterclass in writing, and the characters are so in depth, and the storylines and the side quests and the gameplay and everything about it was great. And I'm sure this is how people feel about Last of Us Part 2, and I feel about it without having played it because I saw a ton of videos talking about it, thesis videos, I watched some gameplay. I know there are some people. Well, what I'm trying to get at about this is that Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima's communities are hating each other because I feel it's because they're jealous of the other in a way. I don't know how to word this exactly, but like, people who love Ghost of Tsushima started hating Last of Us Part 2 because, well, oh, well, Ghost of Tsushima is better because it's Ghost of Tsushima. There are people who hate the other because they're afraid of the other winning Game of the Year. That's my theories, my crazy crackpot theories, and I say this coming from someone who thought that for a while. For a really long while, I hated Last of Us Part 2 because I was like, it's overrated. Ghost of Tsushima is better. Why isn't anybody talking about Ghost of Tsushima? I was so spiteful towards Last of Us Part 2 because I absolutely adored Ghost of Tsushima. And sorry that I'm walking around, but this is literally when I start ranting or like doing anything, I just start walking around like this. This is also the first time I'm doing a vlog, as you could see. I have never actually done this, but I needed to get my thoughts out, and I'm too lazy to edit videos, so this is like my unbridled this is all of this, so I am sorry this is going to happen, but it's happening, and I needed to talk about it because I just finished watching a really good video talking about The Last of Us Part 2. So, yeah, basically what I'm trying to get at is that Ghost of Tsushima and Last of Us Part Two's communities don't like each other because I feel that they're just spiteful at each other because, like, Game of the Year is coming, and we both know that one of them is going to happen. And the thing that annoys me, this is what I'm trying to get at, I just remembered. The thing that annoys me the most is that there are people who don't like Last of Us, and because of that, they're going to be voting for Ghost of Tsushima for Game of the Year. And I don't think that's right at all. If you played it and you liked it, that's one thing. But if you didn't, and you just played Last of Us Part 2 and you hate it, and because you don't like it, you're going to vote for Ghost of Tsushima, it's like I saw a meme that showed the scene from it was the scene from I think episode 9 Rise of Skywalker from Star Wars, where the general, like, the one general who's always in like every movie, who's like Kylo Ren's right hand man but he hates him, basically said something along the lines of, I don't need I don't care if the Empire wins, I just need Kylo Ren to lose, or something like that. But somebody replaced it with, I don't care if Ghost of Tsushima wins, I just need Last of Us Part 2 to lose. And it's like, that's not the right mindset. That's really petty and stupid. Like, why? Like, just vote for the game that you like. Don't vote for the thing because you hate this other thing. It's just, why does there have to be so much hate in the gaming community? That's what I'm trying to get at, is like, we should be embracing each other with, like, your game's awesome. They put a lot of effort in. Congratulations for having a successful series in a main party game. Congratulations for happening. Unlike Cyberpunk, which at the time of this video is next Thursday, it's coming out, but like, let's be honest here, I'm expecting it to implode as soon as I put it on my PlayStation because of how many delays we got. But like, we shouldn't be hating each other. Like, we should be congratulating. Like, I don't understand it. Just, why do we have to hate everyone because your thing isn't my thing? That type of thing. Like, I'm more angry at myself because I thought that way. I hated The Last of Us Part 2 because I loved Ghost of Tsushima and I wanted it to win, and I still do. But I'm going to respect Last of Us Part 2 because I'm a mature adult. I'm not going to go out of my way to review it super poorly, like, this is 1 out of 10, fuck this game. No, I'm not doing that because I wouldn't want somebody to do that to my game. I'd be very offended if somebody did that to Ghost of Tsushima. I'm not trying to defend, like, anybody who's like, oh, Ghost of Tsushima, it's the greatest game, Last of Us can suck a dick. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say here is that we should show each other respect. We should show each other the respect that both games deserve. We should be happy they even happen. We should be happy that they're here to make us think. We shouldn't be shitting on other people or other games just because their opinions, just because our opinions are different than theirs. That's not what gaming's about. Gaming is about bringing people together to talk about things that we love. That's what I love about video games. That's why I make videos every 5 months. Yeah, sorry about the schedule, but I'm really lazy and it's been a hard year. But either way, that's why I love gaming, is because it brings us together. It's because we can all laugh about it, we can talk about it, we can cry about it. Playing Ghost of Tsushima and having my friends watch with me was one of the best experiences I had because we talked about it like all night long and we had vastly different opinions. And this is exactly what I'm sure Last of Us Part 2 has done for people. Just thinking about that these games have given us opportunities and stuff to think about. It's just really cool to think about. After I said think about 5 fucking times, but like I said, this is me unedited. This is me talking without a script, needing to get my raw feelings out. And it's probably going to sound like gibberish, but I thought that I'd just end it with this because it's coming to 10 minutes and this is going to be a bitch to upload because my phone's slow. But I think the way I'm going to end the video is just remember what your parents told you, which is treat others like you want to be treated. If you don't want your game to be shat on, don't shat on other people's games. Like, if you didn't enjoy the game, fine, but don't start telling people that to kill themselves or stupid stuff like that. It's not right. Don't tell the actor who was paid and put themselves through this role to make a game for you. Don't tell them to kill themselves because, oh no, that fictional character killed your character that you liked. Wham. That's all I have to say. That's not right. Like, just be nice to people. Just, especially in this time of the year where the year has been tough on everybody, we don't need more negativity than we already have. Just be nice to people, respect their opinions, and have a happy holiday. That's all I have to say. So I hope you enjoyed this rambling where I walked around several times and possibly covered the mic with my hand as I've been recording. But yeah, that's basically all I have to say. So see you guys in the next video when I upload, probably next year because I'm super lazy and slow. And I hope you all have a happy holiday, and whoever wins at the Game Awards, you deserved it. Just think of that.